Fucking hell, welcome back to Solo Summer episode 3. I feel like I've let you guys down. I haven't let you guys down. Maybe I have. I don't know how into this podcast you are, but I feel like I came on here and I said I'm going to post an episode every Sunday. And I said it's going to be great. We're going to do this for 10 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever the fucking number is. I obviously can't keep track of days and numbers in a schedule. No, I can't talk like that because I'm going to manifest and not fucking manifest. I'm going to work hard so that this podcast gets uploaded on the Sunday that it should be uploaded. But I've been having too much fun, you guys. What's a girl to do if she's having fun in Paris? Like, what is a girl to do if she's having fun in Amsterdam? What's a girl to do if she's having fun in Barcelona? And those are all of the places that we're going to be talking about this week on the podcast episode. It is week 3 of Solo Summer with Sammy K, episode 3. I'm so excited to be here, coming to you from Paris. If you're listening on audio, go to my fucking YouTube while you're listening to this so that you can see where I'm recording. It's fucking crazy. I'm really close to the Louvre. I was going to walk to the Louvre and record this for you guys, but then I came across this. I'm like, I don't even give a fuck about the Louvre. I'm going to record it here for you all. It's like, sorry, there's a hot man that I just saw. Oh my God. I can't even explain it. It's just gorgeous. It's Parisian. It's beautiful. So go to YouTube to see that. This past week, it's honestly been a week and 2 days since I've recorded the last episode. So we have a lot to catch up on. Started in Barcelona. If you remember episode 2, which if you haven't listened to it, go do it. It's talking about going on dates and my romantic week in Spain. I had a romantic ass week in Spain and I was telling you guys all about it. I was telling you all about how I love to go on dates when I travel. I love to have romance when I travel, and it was a fun little time to listen to. It's had some great reviews on YouTube. My brain's scattered, but that's okay because we're just gonna record this for you guys. I gotta let you in on what's been happening, and if my brain's scattered, who gives a fuck? Because I gotta just tell you what's going on. My mom's not gonna like how much I cuss in this episode. Sorry, Stephanie. Beginning again. Deep breath. Breathe in with me. Breathe out. One more time. Now we're grounded. Now we're ready to begin the real stories. So if you remember, after episode 2, the whole time I was recording, I was listening to this music in the background, this music in the park that was distracting to me. And I'm like, I think there's a rave going on in the distance. Like, I literally think that there's a rave going on. And I love raves. I'm a huge techno girl. And by techno, I mean dubstep. I like it really hard. Like, I love it. Okay, don't clip that. As if I have anyone clipping this podcast, but that's kind of funny. I'm probably going to edit that out because it's not a funny joke. Anyway, now I made it weird. Now it's just awkward for all of us to continue on. I love like heavy dubstep, and so I'm hearing it and I'm hearing music that I like, and I decide to walk to the festival. This is all documented on my TikTok, so you can go watch it, but I decide that, hey, I am going to walk to, oh my God, these guys just walked in here with a microphone. Are they recording content as well? This is awesome. I feel like we've got a camaraderie in this right now. Just the best things are happening. Okay, to continue. The whole podcast episode, I'm hearing rave music, and I decide after I end it, I'm going to follow that music and I'm going to get myself in that rave. Well, it turns out it was a huge festival. It was what's called El Rove Festival in Barcelona, which is like a big time rave. If you don't know what a rave is, I'm about to put you on. It is the best thing ever. I decide I want to go to this festival. It's called El Rove. I go online. Tickets are completely sold out. You're unable to get them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go around. I'm just going to ask people. Well, I'm like, well, I don't believe that. Like, I look it up while I'm outside the festival grounds. And I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, they're sold out. Not to me, though, because I make shit happen. I'm taking this opportunity. I'm getting tickets. Like, someone's got a ticket and someone's going to give that ticket to me. So I'm like, it's decided. I'm going. I don't care. I don't care that it's sold out. I'm figuring out a way. So I go up to the worker. I'm like, hey, can I buy a ticket here? They're like, no, sold out. Awesome, great. Also, I'm in Barcelona. They speak Spanish there. I speak un poco español. Un poco. If you want to get into my whole Spanish journey, I talk about it in episode 2. We won't get into it now. But I definitely am fluent in English. Duh. Oh my God. If you guys were wondering, I am fluent in English, the language that this podcast is spoken in, and that all of my content to this day so far has been spoken in, if you were wondering. To continue, was going to go to this festival, decided I needed a ticket, so I just started asking people, do you speak Spanish? Or I said, do you speak English? Because you can just add, like, English, Espanol, like, whatever. I was like, do you speak English? And then I said, do you have an extra ticket? So I asked a couple people, they're like, oh, no, but there was a big language barrier as well, so they're like, they kind of didn't know what I was talking about, but I was just, like, trying to explain it in, like, the most basic words that I could. I'm like, no such luck. So then these guys, I asked them if they have a ticket, and they're like, wait, yeah, you need a ticket? Like, you have money to, like, you'll buy it? And I was like, okay, so you're just gonna scam me? And they're, like, laughing. They're like, yeah, like, ha. I was like, ha, ha. Good one, boys. You really tried there. You really tried, but I'm too smart. I'm too smart on my own. So then, after asking people, I probably asked people for like 10 minutes. I cut it out of the TikTok. The TikTok is like 1 minute and 30 seconds long. I'm giving you guys the full fucking rundown. But I decide that I'm going to go to the front of the line because literally I'm in Barcelona. Nobody knows me. I want to go to this festival so bad. I'm not leaving. I'm not going home. Also, was I in clothes for a festival? No. Was I by myself? Yes. Was I carrying my entire bag of things from the park, which included my camera, my passport, my SD cards, my phone, my wallet, literally every important thing that I would need, my toiletry bag, my sweatshirt, so much shit. I had it all on me in a huge tote bag. The tote was giant. And so I'm thinking, like, even if I get in, like, it's going to be fucked because Barcelona is already known for being a pickpocket city. So I'm like, I'm going to get into this festival where pickpocketing is fucking known to happen. Tourist attractions and fucking festivals and big crowds. Like, that's where pickpocketing happens. I'm going to have this big ass tote bag. Not going to work. So it's like, fuck, I got to figure something out. So hopefully they'll have a locker or whatever. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. Am I wearing rave clothes? No. Do I have a rave outfit on? No. I'm like, fuck, send it. Full send. None of that shit matters. Full fucking send. We're going in. So I decide that I'm going to stand at the entrance of the line. I'm going to hold up a sign on my phone that says extra tickets. And I was like, should I do this in English? Should I do this in Spanish? I don't know. I ended up just doing it in English because I didn't want people to come up to me and, like, if they only spoke Spanish. Well, I guess we could have used Google Translate, so it would have been fine. I don't know, but I ended up doing it in English because I am a stupid American, and I did it. So I went to the front of the line, held up this sign, extra tickets. Everybody just looked at me, stared me down, kept moving. Weird looks from people, really weird looks. And I was just like, push through, Sam, push through. Because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I'm like, okay, this is making me nervous. This is good. This is fucking good. Like, when I was in Australia, I held up a sign and I was doing a Red Bull, like, I was making my Red Bull application video for this Red Bull challenge, and I didn't end up getting it, but the application video was fire. And I went to Bondi Beach and I held up a sign and it said free Red Bull in exchange for helping me film a video. And it worked. And I'm like, strangers are so nice. They're excited to help you do things. Like, if anybody's in this line that has an extra ticket that's about to go in, they're probably wanting to sell it, like, weren't able to. So I'm just like, I'm going to keep doing this. Then comes along a couple. They're like, you have a ticket? I'm like, no. Like, do you have a ticket? Like, I want to buy from you. They're like, oh, you buy a ticket? I was like, yes. Exactly. They're like, you have money? I'm like, yes. I'm like, do you have the ticket? They're like, yes. And they pull it up and they show me that they have 4 tickets. And there's only 2 of them. They said, 2 amigas cannot come. I said, oh my goodness. I will go. I said, how much? He said, 80. I said, done. I will go get you your money now. We're trying to figure out Zelle. We're trying to figure out PayPal. I'm like, do you have Venmo? No, Sam. No one outside of the U.S. has Venmo. Had to ask. We're trying to make money moves right now. So I was like, do you have Venmo? No. Of course they don't. Of course they do not have Venmo. So he's like, bank transfer. I'm like, I'm not going to do a bank transfer right here in the middle of the street. Like, that sounds like a scam. Well, he's like, then I propose, I'm like, can I just go get cash? There's an ATM. I pull up the direction. I'm like, 10 minutes, and I meet back here. Like, stay here. I'll go get cash, come back. They're like, perfect. Sounds good. I'm skipping to that fucking ATM. I'm like, I got fucking tickets. Holy shit. And why I knew that they weren't going to scam me, I mean, I didn't know for sure, but why I hoped that they weren't going to scam me was because they had said, like, oh, we'll all enter together. I was like, can you send it to me? Or they're like, oh, we can enter together. Like, I'll send it to you. We could go in together. Who would scam someone that's entering with them? You wouldn't. I was like, these people are legit. And they didn't give me bad vibes. They didn't give me scammer vibes. They were just, I mean, I guess scammers are probably good at, like, not giving off scanner vibes, so whatever. But they were just a cutie little couple ready to enjoy the rave, and I was ready to buy a ticket from them, so I'm skipping off to the ATM. Go to the ATM, buy my ticket. No, I'm not even buying a ticket from the ATM. Well, I guess I get the money to buy the ticket from the ATM. Go back, give them the money. We all go in together. Like, let's go. I'm like, God, I love you guys. I fucking love you guys. I love you guys. One of the guys' names was Diego. I'm like, I'm following Diego all the way in. Follow him in. We get in. Beautiful. I have a wristband on my wrist. I am in the festival. The festival that I heard in the park while I was recording my podcast episode. I heard the music in the distance. I said, I want to go to that. I went to that. Figured out tickets were sold out. Tried to ask people. No one had tickets. Did I have the outfit? No. Was I by myself? Yes. Did I have all of my stuff from the park? Yes. But did I get the ticket? Did I get outside of my comfort zone and make shit happen for myself? Yes, I fucking did. And that is what we do at this podcast. That is what we do for Solo Summer. That is what Sammy K is all about. That's what this Solo Summer is all about. And I was so proud of myself. I'm in that festival just being like, I'm the sickest motherfucker alive. And not even in the way that I'm comparing myself to other people, but the way that I am the dopest version of myself that has ever existed. And that is the only thing that I'm ever concerned about being. I don't give a fuck about anybody else, but in that moment, that is the coolest Sam that has ever been alive on this planet. For me to be able to do that by myself and to take those risks and to take that leap, this is outside of my comfort zone. I don't have the outfit. I don't feel confident. I'm going to have to talk to people with a language barrier and figure out this ticket, and I'm going to have to pay money to go in here. I did that all on my own, and I fucking slayed that shit, and I got in, and I was gonna go rave by myself. You would think at this moment of a high when I got in, I'm feeling like the best version of myself. Then I realized, I settled in, I took a couple deep breaths, I said, Sam, pat on the back, amazing, now you're in. Now is when it really starts to happen. I said, fuck, now I have to go dance by myself at this rave. I was like, oh my God. Oh, well, also I had all my stuff. So I was like, first off, I can't even relax or enjoy anything until I deal with my stuff situation, because I'm not losing my fucking phone and passport solo traveling in Barcelona. Like, that is not an option. It's simply not a fucking option for me. Losing my phone is not an option. Not an option. Would it be a fire story? Yes. Would I come on here and have unlimited content? Yes. Would it make me a strong fucking person and be great for the personal brand? Flip phone girl. Yes. Do I low-key kind of hope it happens so that I can go through some shit while I solo travel? Yes. Is one of my favorite memories from solo traveling having to navigate the hospital by myself with a language barrier and go through the most pain that I've ever been in by myself? Yes. So now am I attracted to situations that are going to make me extremely uncomfortable? Yes. But that's just something that happens when you solo travel for a while. I don't expect you to understand if you're not a fucking freak of nature. I'm not even a freak of nature. I'm just doing me. To continue on. Okay, anyway, my camera just died and I lost what I was saying. I know I was on a funny little random track. It wasn't funny. Maybe you thought it was. Maybe you think I'm funny. Or maybe like this right now. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't think that was funny. Me listening back to that joke by myself, I did give myself the ick there. So if you also got the ick, I invite you to freely just take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, forget about it, let it go. I am so hot, funny, and sexy. And I was going to say, sorry, I don't need to say that. What has gotten into me this episode? I need to be put in time out. I need to be put in fucking time out. Someone take me, grab me up, scoop me up, put me in time out. To continue, as I was saying, not an option to lose my phone solo traveling, even though it's low-key a fantasy of mine. That's such a privileged fucking point of view to be like, oh, I want to be phoneless in a foreign country. Shut the fuck up, Samantha. Sorry, just had to recognize that for a second, that I realized that sounds fucking insane, but I just really have fallen in love with putting myself in the most uncomfortable situations as far outside my comfort zone as I can be, and that would be about as far as it goes. That and like getting arrested. Woo-hoo. I don't even know what I get arrested for, though. I've been kind of boring. Maybe public indecency. That could be fun. Rare. Okay, continue. Shut the fuck up. I can't say that, though, as I'm recording a podcast episode. Like, my job right now is to not shut the fuck up. That's your one job. One job, Sam. This is like a personality episode. It's barely even a story time. To continue, sorry, the wind is going fucking crazy. Okay, to continue. So to figure out my bag situation, I ended up putting everything that I wasn't willing to lose in my tiny purse. I have this, if you're watching a video purse, it's like a North Face purse. I don't know, it fits a ton of stuff. It's great for travel. It's not my favorite aesthetic purse ever, but it fits everything that I need and it works. And so I'm not getting rid of it until I find another purse that would fit everything that I need that also works. And I haven't found that yet. So we're keeping it. I put my journal in there, I put my passport in there, I put my phone in there, I put my wallet in there, that's it. That was everything that was in there. And I took 2 carabiners. I had 2 carabiners on my wallet. One was on an AirTag that was on my wallet, and the other one was on, doesn't matter. That's completely irrelevant. I had 2 carabiners, and I put them on the zippers, and I had them all, like, jumbled together, and it was, like, kind of confusing. So it was, like, a lock, like a makeshift lock. That's my little hack at festivals. You put carabiners on the locks so that people can't get into them, because at that point, if you're a thief, you got to pickpocket quick. You don't got time for all that. You'll just go to the next target. It's worked. It worked at Coachella. It worked at Lollapalooza. It worked at Summer Smash. It's worked at El Row in fucking Barcelona. I also did it while I was walking around the city a little bit. It's a foolproof method. Never failed me. And then I just took my sweatshirt and my toiletry bag and my tote bag, which I all love. I didn't want to lose any of that stuff, but that was the only things that if I lost it, I'd be like, honestly, no sweat. Like, I'm not even going to bat an eyelash. Not a single eyelash would be batted. I'd just be like, okay, well, I get to buy new things. I put it behind a bush. It stayed there the entire night, and I got it back. Can you even believe it? I should have maybe not spoiled that for you, but I got it back. So I go to this festival. Let's continue on with the festival lore. And I'm fucking nervous. I'm freaking out. I want to be in the shade. I think we have to move. Quick setting location, because my brain gets fried when I'm in the sun recording a podcast episode. It happened last time as well. Oh, so me being me, I'm like, I want to go dance. I want to go like headbang. Like, I want to rave. I want to rave right now. I want to let's fucking go. So I go and I fucking rave. But bitch, I say that. I was so fucking scared. I was so scared. I wasn't having a shit time. I was actually, the entire festival, I was having a good time. But I was just so nervous. Like, I've never been to a music festival by myself. That's like one of the last things that I would ever think that I would ever do by myself, because part of the fun of a music festival is getting ready with your friends. Didn't get ready for this festival. And like planning it and being with your friends and enjoying music that you love together. For me, that's the joy in a music festival. And that was none of that. Like, I just never thought about going to a music festival by myself. And so once I was there, I was just like, oh shit, it's happening. Like, okay, we were just gonna go along with it and make it happen. And so I was like, what do I want to do right now? Like, just listening to myself of, all right, like, I can walk around, I can explore. I walked around and explored for a little bit because I wanted to, and then I said I want to go dance. So I went to some of the stages, I explored them, and I went to the one that I liked the music the best. It was called Woodstock. It was like a play on Woodstock. It was cute, and that was like their hardstyle stage. And I danced for a little bit, and there were these girls up at the front. I went all the way up to the front, and I made a little group of friends that I was dancing with. And I never talked to them, but we just kind of smiled at each other and danced with each other and headbanged a little bit. I finished dancing. I decided I need to eat some food. I ordered this burger. Oh my fucking God, I've never gotten a burger slower in my entire life. And come to find out, it's because I fucked it up, okay? Apparently they'd been calling my name, which I'd been fucking standing there listening for my name. So I don't know if they thought my name was something else, which is fine because they speak Spanish and I speak English, whatever. But I mean, I was dying of hunger. I'm pissed off. I'm hangry. Where was that burger? Sitting behind the counter the entire time that I'm hangry. Oh my God. And I went up there after like 25 minutes. They told me it'd be 10. And I'm like, hey, I'm watching everyone get served the same food as me too. I don't know why. This was a lesson in like me going up and asking for shit, because why didn't I go up sooner? I don't fucking know. I go up and I'm like, hey, burger for Sam? He's like, we've been calling you for so long. Like, sorry, he hands it to me, and it was like fucking cold. Sorry, I'm not going to do a lot of complaining this episode. That might be the only complaint that I have, but I just was so hungry, and now that I'm thinking back to this situation, it's making me emotional. So fucking gnarly in that moment. Also, I bought a lighter. That video went pretty viral on TikTok. Not pretty viral. It did 100k likes. That's fucking fire. Bought a lighter to make friends. Never used it, but it's cute. I eat my chicken burger. I go and I'm like, I'm gonna watch the sunset. Well, fucking the sunset while I was waiting for my burger. So I go over to this table and it's dark and I sit there and this girl sits next to me and I'm like, ooga booga. I've never used that adjective before. I feel like I owe you all a serious apology. I'm so sorry. I might throw up. Ooga booga. I'm never getting play ever again. Holy fuck. Ooga, where did that come from? My deepest, most sincere apologies go out to you, but ooga booga to this guy behind me. Holy shit. Anyway, masculine lesbian sits down next to me and I'm like, ooga booga, for lack of a better word. And then there was a guy sitting across from me, and the guy across from me ended up being like, oh, where are you from? I was like, ooh, I'm from the United States. Where are you from? He's like, oh, I'm from Rome, Italy. And then we started talking, and turns out they're all a little friend group, the girl and the guy that was sitting across from me and the guy that was sitting next to them. They were here to celebrate the guy's birthday. And so they were like, do you want to get a drink? Like, let's take a shot. I was like, oh, do I want to drink? Like, I will take a shot. That sounds amazing. So we go to the bar, we take a shot, and we go back to the stage to dance. And I'm like, yes, now I have a group to dance with. It was amazing. We go in, and I mean, these people were fucking fanatics at dancing. Like, we were hardstyle, we were dubstepping, we were headbanging the whole time. It was amazing. It was so much fucking fun. I was like, these are the people that I want to be dancing with. Like, this is perfect. This is nowhere I'd rather be. Like, this is great. So much better than dancing with myself. I was like, this just gets better and better. Then we're done dancing. We go, we're like, oh, we'll get another drink, but stop on the way to get our tarot cards read. I get my tarot cards read, and what am I concerned about right now? My romance over the summer. I'm like, I can't help it. Like, solo summer, am I gonna fall in love? Like, I want to know what is romance have in store for me. So I tell the tarot card lady, she's like, what do you want to ask the cards? I'm like, what does my summer have in store for me romantically? She said, sexually or feelings? I said, feelings. I'm not a slut. Are you kidding me? If you're not watching the video part of the episode, you missed the joke that I made. So maybe just don't suck next time. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. To continue on, that was rude. That was rude of me. I shouldn't have said it. Take it back. You're not what did I say? Loser? I don't remember anyway. See it slip my brain. Let it slip yours. Forgive me. Moving on. She told me I need to get really clear on what I want. Once I get really clear on what I want, I'm just going to lock eyes with someone and I'll know. All right, sounds good. Then she said, but this love could be with another person, or it could just be with yourself. I said, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't say that, but I'm like, okay, so get really clear on what I want, and then I'm going to fall in love with myself or someone else. This is totally legit. This is legit. I'm like, I miss when my friends read my tarot cards and then they can at least interpret it to be delusional about the situation that I'm currently in and the boys that I'm currently talking to. Like, I had a friend who she would come over and we would read our tarot cards to each other. We'd read each other's tarots. Oh my God, the delusionality in those. At least it was fun. At least it was unique. Like, not that I didn't appreciate this girl's tarot reading. It was really fun and I was really locked in for the tarot reading and I thought it was great. And I think that is great advice. However, when you have a friend doing it who knows everything about you, who knows everything about your lore, and you guys can low-key make up shit that the cards are saying, oh my God, it's way better. Because when she was just telling me, I'm like, you don't know anything about me. Like, give me some. Tell me that this specific person is coming back in my life. That was my full review. We go back, we dance some more. It was fucking awesome. It was a great night. And then they ended up leaving earlier than I did. And so the last 15 minutes of the festival, I was just in the crowd completely by myself, dancing and going crazy. I had no more confidence issues. I was not insecure anymore. And going to the festival by myself, it really taught me a lot. That was so far outside my comfort zone. And I just want you guys to know that I come in here each week with all these crazy fucking stories and I tell you all of them. And every week I just try to keep going further and further and further and further and further outside of my comfort zone. And the way that I've been able to now go to this festival by myself on the other side of the world and fucking hold up a sign to get into that is because I kept pushing my comfort zone. And I've lived like this for 6 months now, where I itch it now. I want to get as far outside of my comfort zone as I can because I know that's what's going to make me grow. And so for you, if you're feeling inspired by this story, if you're feeling like you want to have these crazy experiences and crazy stories, you don't need to be in fucking Barcelona and go to a music festival. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone because that's going to be just as hard as it is for you to do that as it was for me to do this, because we're in different places. Or whatever's outside of your comfort zone, that is what you should do and that's what you should focus on. Just focus on taking that next step, because there's always a better life outside of your comfort zone. Always. Your dreams are outside of your comfort zone. Your life that you want to live, that you are dreaming of living, it's not in your comfort zone. Hate to break it to you. Listen to me. You've been listening to me for 30 minutes now. Listen to me when I tell you this. The life that you want is not in your comfort zone. It's not. There's a comfortable, expected, comforting, typical life in your comfort zone that you've expected and that you've already lived your whole life, but that is not your dreams. Maybe it is. I actually don't know your dreams. If you dream of living a comfortable comfort zone life, then I feel like you wouldn't be listening to this podcast, in all honesty. But just so you know, I just want to encourage you. I want to come on here every podcast episode and yes, this podcast is for me to document and tell you guys about the things that I'm doing while I'm traveling, but just as much, even more, my passion lies in inspiring you guys to chase after your dreams, because I am on this journey myself, and me doing social media, me making a podcast, me doing TikTok, me vlogging, this is me chasing after my dream, full speed, full stop, of being an influencer. It's what I've always wanted to do, and so I'm producing content as much as I fucking can. I'm chasing after this dream. I'm traveling. I've always wanted to be an influencer, and I've always wanted to travel, and those go back two together, like peas in a pod, and so I'm fucking chasing them. I'm taking every opportunity that I can to chase them, and I want to inspire you guys just through my life and through my vlogs and through my stories that you can do the same for your goals. If we have similar goals, perfect, do as I do. If we don't, whatever that goal is for you, figure out what you need to do to get there. And I want to do a Q&A episode too, coming up about like just asking me any questions about, I don't know, manifestation, solo travel, goal setting, habits, creating your dream life. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I'm on this journey and I want to be on it with you guys. I want you guys to be building your dream lives while I'm building mine, and we can fucking do it together and come up together, and it's beautiful. And I want to answer all of your questions. And I know you guys have a lot of questions too about just like how I'm solo traveling and how I'm affording this. Little speed drop answer: through social media, through chasing my dreams. Like, I have always dreamed of making money through social media and being able to travel with it. And so all of the money that I've made through brand deals so far, I've saved up for specifically traveling. I was going to buy a van with it. And then I was like, well, what if I just go to Europe instead? So that's where this money comes from, is all of the brand deals that I've done in the past and all of the creator funds that I've done in the past. That's how I'm traveling, but I'll go more in depth. I can give a better in-depth answer, but I know that I'm giving you guys the answers just out here. You weren't even asking this episode, but I'm just giving you everything I know. I'm popping back in here just to record the outro. I know it's a shorter episode today, but I want to get this out for you. I know I'm a week behind, so after this, I'm going to record the next episode where I go into my travels in Amsterdam, my travels in Paris, and the friends I've met along the way. I feel like a lot has happened in this past week, and I've met so many beautiful people, and I've had such an amazing time, and I just really want to talk about, like, friendships that you make solo traveling, how deep they can be and how awesome it is. And so that'll be in next week's episode, so stay tuned. If you've been following Solar Summer, you know that every week we have been donating to a charity, and I've been matching your guys' donations in the form of reviews. So every review that you leave on this podcast, I'll be matching with $1 donation up to $100 for every single episode of the podcast. So if you've left 3 reviews or 3 comments on my YouTube channel, at this point, I've donated $3 for you, which isn't a lot, but it's making a huge difference, and it's more than if you would have never commented. So thank you to the people who have been doing that. Last week, our charity was xoxo, and it is an LGBTQIA plus refugee center in Barcelona that is doing a lot of good in the community in Barcelona. And so I wanted to support that because my episode was all about romance in Spain and all of these cute little girls that I was kissing, and I just want to support LGBTQ plus charities in these areas, especially during Pride Month. Fun charity support. So I'm happy to announce that from your guys' reviews and from my upfront $100 donation for the episode, we're going to be donating $130 to xoxo, which is so exciting. And I want to introduce you to the charity for this week, which is Free Supermarket, and that might be pronounced a little bit differently in Dutch, but it is a charity based out of Amsterdam. But I know I talked about being in Spain during this episode, but I went to Amsterdam next and I found out about this charity, and I want to share it here because I have different ones I want to support next episode. We just have so much to do. So I'm going to read you their mission statement so that you know what you're donating to or what your comments can help make a difference towards. I think that is just a fun little thing that we've been doing. We've donated almost like $300 so far. Well, I guess, yeah, literally almost $300 so far, which is so cool. Here is what Free Supermarket does. Free Supermarket, an initiative of Stichting Suzanne. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's very Dutch. Allows families in a financially vulnerable situation to shop for free and gives them more opportunities in society. In the supermarket, we help families with their life coaching programs to make structural improvements in their life so they can regain self-confidence and dignity, is what they say. So it's allowing people to shop for free and then also giving them life coaching opportunities, which I think is amazing, especially with charities and organizations that give people tools and structures to fundamentally change their lives and to get them out of the bad situations that they're in and to allow them the resources to build something for themselves. I think is something that I believe in so much and so strongly. So I'll be donating $100, and then for every single review left on this podcast, I'll be donating an extra $1. So the ways that you can review is you can leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Even if you're listening to this on audio, go over to the YouTube channel, because if you review it on Spotify and on YouTube, it'll be $2. So go over to the YouTube, just leave a comment. It can be a heart, emoji, whatever. And then also on Spotify, if you go to Solo Summer Podcast, click the 3 dots in the corner and then hit rate show. Give it a 5-star rating. You can give it whatever rating you want, but preferably 5 stars, honestly. That's what I would prefer. And I'll be tallying all of those up, and that is the donation that we will be making next week on the podcast. I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad that you're here with me doing this solo summer. We only have a month left, and I'm kind of freaking out about it. Not that I'm freaking out, but it just feels like it's gone by so fast. It's already almost July, so it has gone by very fast, and I'm excited for the rest of this summer to see what's coming up. And I just feel like I'm at a point in my summer where I'm like, how could it get any better? You know what I mean? Like, it's got to go to shit. It's not going to go to shit. Maybe it would. I don't know. Hell if I know. I don't know what's coming up. But I just feel like it's been so good so far that I'm like, how could it get better? So we'll see. Continue watching and listening to Solo Summer wherever you find your podcast, except it's only on Spotify and fucking YouTube right now. I need to work on the Apple podcast and sit down and figure that out. But I love you guys. I will see you in my next episode, episode 4. I love you guys. Bye.